Chapter number 2, Acids, Bases and Salts. You have studied in your previous classes that the bitter and sour taste of food is due to bases and acids, respectively, present in them. If anyone in your family is suffering from a problem of activity after overeating, which of the following would you suggest as a remedy? Lemon juice, baking soda, or vinegar solution? Which property which property did you think of while selecting the remedy? Surely you must have used your knowledge about bases and acids that these are able to nullify each other's effect. Recall how we tasted bitter and sour substances without tasting them. You already know that bases are bitter and change the color of the red litmus to blue, whereas acids are sour in taste and change the color of blue litmus to red. Litmus is a natural indicator and turmeric is another example of a such indicator. Have you observed that a stain of a curry on a white cloth turns reddish in nature? Reddish brown when soap is scrubbed on it, which is basic in nature. It becomes yellow again when the cloth is washed with a lot of water. You can also use synthetic indicators like methyl orange and phenolphthalein to test for bases and acids. Do you know litmus solution is a purple colored dye which is obtained from lichen, a plant belonging to the division Thalaphata, which is normally used as an indicator when the litmus solution is neither basic nor acidic. Its color is purple. There are many other natural substances like turmeric, red cabbage leaves, colored petals of some flowers like hydrogen, geraniums and petunias, which indicate the presence of base or acid in a solution. These are known as acid-base indicators, or sometimes simplify indicators. In this chapter, we will study the reactions of acids and bases, how acids and bases nullify each other's effects, and many more wonderful things that we see and use in our daily life. Understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases. Acids and bases in the laboratory. Activity 1. Collect the following solutions from the science laboratory. Sulfuric acid H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, acetic acid CH3, COOH, sodium hydroxide, NaOH, nitric acid AHNO3, calcium hydroxide CaOH2, magnesium hydroxide MgOH2, potassium hydroxide KOH, and ammonia hydroxide NH4OH. Put a drop of each of the above solutions on a watch glass one by one and test with a drop of the indicators shown in table 1 given below. What change in color did you notice with red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein, and methylene orange solutions for each of the above solutions taken? Make a list of your observations in the table 1. Do you know that these indicators do not tell us merely by change in color whether a substance is acidic or basic? There are some substances which order changes in basic or acidic media. These indicators would be olfactory indicators. Let us examine some of these indicators. Activity 2. Put some finely chopped onions along with some strips of a clean cloth in a plastic bag. Tie up the bag tightly and leave it in the fridge overnight. Now the cloth strips can be used to test for acids and bases. Take 2 of these cloth strips and check their odor. Keep them on a clean surface and put some drops of dilute NaOH solution on one strip and a few drops of dilute HCl solution on the other strip. On the other strip, rinse both the strips of a cloth with water and check again their odor. Note down your observations. Now take some clove oil and dilute vanilla essence and check their odor. Take some dilute NaOH solution in one test tube and dilute HCl solution in another, and add a few drops of dilute vanilla essence to both test tubes with well shaking. check once again the order and record changes in order if any. In the same way check the changes in the order of chlor oil with dilute NaOH and dilute HCl solutions and note your observations. On the basis of your observations, which of these, vanilla, ammonia, and clove, can be used as a olfactory indicators. Let us do some more activities to understand the chemical properties of bases and acids. How do acids and bases react with metals? Activity 3. Question. This activity needs teachers help set the following apart as shown in figure. Take about 5 milliliter of dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube and put some pieces of zinc granules into it. What do you notice on the surface of zinc granules pass the gas being evolved through the solution of soap? Why does the formation of bubbles take place in the soap solution? Take a burning candle near a bubble filled with gas. What do you see? Repeat this activity with some more acids like HNO3, HCl, and CH3COOH again. Are the results in all the cases the different or same? Notice that the hydrogen atoms in the above reactions get displaced by metal from the acids as hydrogen gas and produces a compound called a salt. Thus, the reaction of an acid with a metal can be summarized as follows. Can you now write the equations? For the reactions you have observed? Activity 4. Take some pieces of granulated zinc metal in a test tube. Add 2 milliliter solution of sodium hydroxide and warm the contents of the test tube. Repeat the rest of the steps is in activity 3 and note your observations. The reaction that occurs can be summarized as follows. You find again that hydrogen is produced in the above reaction. However, these reactions are not possible with all metals. How do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids? Activity 5. Take 2 test tubes, naming them as A and B. Take about 0.5 gram of sodium carbonate in 2ACO3 in a test tube A and about 0.5 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate in a HCO3 in a test tube B. Add about 2 milliliter solution of dilute HCl to both the test tubes A and B. What do you observe? Pass the gas evolved in each case through lime water solution as shown in figure and note your observations. The reactions taking place in the above activity are written as on passing the carbon dioxide as gas produced through lime water solution. On passing excess carbon dioxide through the lime water, the following reaction takes place. Limestone, marble, and chalk are different types of calcium carbonate, all metal carbonates, and hydrogen carbonates combined with acids to produce a corresponding salt, carbon dioxide, and water. Thus, the reaction can be written as. How do acids and bases react with each other? Activity 6. Take about 2 milliliter solution of dilute NaOH in a test tube and add 2 drops of phenolphthalein solution to it. What is the color of this solution? Add the solution of dilute HCl to the above solution drop by drop. Is there any change in color for the reaction mixture? Why did the color of phenolphthalein solution change after the mixing of an acid? Now mix a few drops of NaOH solution to the above mixture. Does the represented of a pink color of phenolphthalein takes place? Why do you think this has occurred in the above activity? In the above activity, we have noticed that the effect of a base is cancelled by an acid and vice versa. The reaction occurring is summarized as. The reaction between an acid and a base to produce a salt and water is called as a neutralization reaction. Commonly, a neutralization reaction can be written as. Reaction of metallic acids with acids. Activity 7. Take a little amount of black copper oxide in a beaker and add dilute hydrochloric acid. Slowly with a constant stirring, observe the color of the solution. What has happened to the copper oxide? You will observe that the copper oxide dissolves and the color of the solution becomes blue green. The blue green color of the solution is because of the production of copper. Second, chloride in the reaction, the general reaction between a metal oxide and an acid can be summarized as follows. Now write and balance the equation for the reaction given above. Since metallic oxides combine with acids to produce salts and water, similar to the reaction of a base with acid, metallic oxides are basic oxides. The reaction of a non-metallic oxide with a base, you saw the reaction between calcium hydroxide, lime water, and carbon dioxide in activity 5. Calcium hydroxide, which is a base, combines with carbon dioxide to give a salt and water. Since this is similar to the reaction between a base and an acid, we can say that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature or acidic oxides. What do all acids and all bases have in common? In previous section 2.1, we have studied that all acids have a similar chemical properties. What is the reason behind this similarity in properties? We learnt in activity 3 that all acids produce hydrogen gas on reacting with metals, so the production of hydrogen seems to be common to all acids. Let us do an activity to understand whether all compounds having hydrogen are acidic. Activity 8, take solutions of alcohol, glucose, sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, etc. Fix two nails on a cork and keep the cork in a 100 milliliter beaker. Connect the nails to the two terminals of a 6-volt battery through a switch and a bulb as shown in figure. Now take dilute HCl solution in the beaker so that the nails are dipped in the acid. Switch on the current. Repeat the same process with dilute sulfuric acid again. What do you observe? Repeat the experiment separately with alcohol and glucose solutions. What do you notice now? Does the bulb glow in all cases? In the cases of acids, the bulb will start glowing as shown in figure. But you will notice that alcohol and glucose solutions do not conduct electricity. Glowing of the bulb shows that there is a conduction of electric current through the solution. The electric current is transferred through the acidic solution with the help of ions. Acids contain H plus ion, cation, and anion such as Cl minus in HCl. NO3 minus in HNO3 in this source. Since the cation present in acids H plus, this shows that acids generate hydrogen ions H plus equal AQ in solution, due to which the acids show their acidic properties. Again repeat the same process process using alkalines such as calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, etc. What can you conclude from the results of this activity? What happens to an acid or base in a water solution? In a water solution, do acids generate ions only in aqueous solution? Let us investigate this. Activity 9, take a 1 gram solid NaCl in a dairy and a clean test tube and set up the apparatus as shown in figure. Add some concentrated sulfuric acid solution to the test tube. What do you see? Is there evolution of a gas from the delivery tube? Test the gas coming out successfully with wet and dry blue litmus paper. In which of the above case does the blue litmus paper change color? On the basis of the results from the above activity, what do you conclude about the acidic character of HCl solution? Dry HCl gas. Note to teachers, if the climate is very humid, you will have to pass the gas generated through a drying tube having calcium chloride to dry the gas. This experiment shows that hydrogen ions are generated in the presence of water. The separation of H plus ions from HCl molecules cannot take place in the absence of water. Hydrogen ions cannot stay alone, but they exist after reacting with water molecules. Thus hydrogen ions must always be represented as hydronium ion H3O plus or H plus aqua. We have observed that acids give H plus H3O plus ion in water. Let us try to find out what happens when a base is dissolved in water. Base produce OH minus ions or reacting with the water bases which are soluble in water are known as alkalis. Do you know all bases are not soluble in water, and alkyl is a base that is soluble in water. They have a soapy touch and are corrosive and bitter. Corrosive and bitter, never touch or taste them, as they may be harmful for us. Which of the bases in the table one are alkyls. As we have studied that all acids produce H plus Aq, and all bases produce OH minus. Now we can present the neutralization reaction as follows. Let us try to find out what is happening when water is mixed with an acid or a base. Ectototen 10 milliliter water in a beaker, add some concentrated H2SO4 solution to it and slowly swirl the beaker. Touch the base of the beaker. Is there any change in temperature in which an endothermic or exothermic process? Repeat the above activity with sodium hydroxide plates and make a list of your observations. The process of mixing a base or an acid in water is a highly exothermic process must be taken. While dissolving concentrated sulfuric acid or nitric acid with water, the acid must always be mixed slowly to water, stirring it constantly. If water is mixed to a concentrated acid, the heat produced may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Look out for the flowing warning sign on the container of sodium hydroxide plates and the can be concentrated sulfuric acid. Dissolving an acid or a base with water leads to decrease in the concentration of ions H3O per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, and the base or the acid is said to be diluted. How strong are acid or base solutions? We have studied how acid-base indicators can be used to distinguish between an acid and a base. We have also studied in the previous section about dilution and decrease in concentration of OH minus or H plus ions in solutions. Can we quantitatively find the amount of these ions present in a solution? Can we guess how strong a given base or acid is? We can do this making use of a mixture of several indicators, which is a universal indicator. Universal indicator shows various colors at different concentrations of hydrogen ions in a solution. A pH scale has been developed which is used for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution. The P in pH stands for Potenz in German, meaning power. We can measure pH from 0, very acidic, to 14, very alkaline on the pH scale. pH should be considered simply as a number which determines the acidic or basic nature of a solution. Higher the hydronium ion concentration in a solution, lower is the pH value of the solution. The value of pH for a natural solution is 7. Values less than 7 on the pH scale indicate an acidic solution. As the pH value increases from 7 to 14, it indicates an rise in OH minus ion concentration in the solution, that is increase in the strength of alkaline nature of the solution. Generally, paper emergented with the universal indicator is used for measuring pH value of a different solution. This type of paper is shown in figure given below. Activity 11 given below. Activity 11, note the pH values of the different solutions given in table 2. Record your observations on the basis of your observations. What is the nature of such substance? The strength of acids and bases depends upon the number of H plus ions and OH minus ions liberated respectively. If we take acetic acid and hydrochloric acid of the same concentration, say 1 molar, then they liberate different amount of hydrogen ions. Acids that produce more H plus ions are said to be strong acids, and acids that produce less H plus ions are called weak acids. Now you say what strong and weak bases are. Potence of pH in everyday life. Are plants and animals pH sensitive? sensitive. Our body works if our pH range is within 7.0 to 7.8. Living organisms can survive only in a short range of a pH change. pH change when pH value of rainwater becomes less than 5.6, then it is called acid rain. When this acid rain gets mixed into the rivers, then it lowers the pH value of the river water. The survival of aquatic organisms in such rivers having acidic water becomes difficult. Do you know acids in other planets? The atmosphere of Venus is made up of thick yellowish and white clouds of sulfuric acid. Do you think organisms can survive on this planet? What is the pH? What is the pH of the soil in your backyard? Plants require a specific pH range for their survival and healthy growth. To find out the pH range required for the healthy growth of a plant, you can check the pH of the soil collected from various places in the manner described in Activity 12. You can also note down which plants are growing properly at the place from which you have collected the soil. Activity 12, take about 2 grams soil in a test tube and add about 5 milliliter of water to it. Shake the mixture of the test tube. Filter the contents and take the filtrate in a test tube. Test the pH value of this filtered by the universal indicator paper. What can be your calculations about the ideal solution pH for the growth of plants in your region? pH in our digestive system. It is very interesting to know that our stomach liberates hydrochloric acid. It helps in the digestion of food without any harm to the stomach. During indigestion, the stomach liberates too much acid, which causes the irritation and pain. To get rid of this pain, people use antacids, which are bases. One such remedy you must have observed in the starting of the chapter. These antacids neutralize the effect of excess of acid. Milk or magnesium hydroxide, a mild base, is often used for this purpose. pH as the cause of tooth decay. Decay of a tooth starts when the pH of the mouth decreases. Then 5.5 tooth enamel is the hardest substance in the body, which is made up of calcium hydroxide, a crystalline form of calcium phosphate. It is not soluble. Crystalline form of calcium phosphate. It is not soluble in water, but it gets corroded when the pH in the mouth is below 5.5. Bacteria present in the mouth liberate acid by the degradation of food particles and sugar remaining in the mouth after eating. The best way to prevent this is to avoid eating surgery foods and clean the mouth after eating using toothpastes, which are generally basic in their nature. For cleaning the teeth can cancel the effect of the excess acid and prevent the tooth decay. Self defense by animals and plants through chemical warfare. Have you ever been stung by a honey bee? Sting releases an acid which causes irritation and pain. Use of a mild base like baking soda, which can neutralize the acidic effect on the stung area. Gives relief. Stinging hair of nettle leaves. Methonic acid causing burning pain. Do you know nature provides neutralization options? A herbaceous plant which grows in the wild known as nettle plant. Its leaves have a stinging hair, touching of which accidentally can cause painful stings. This is due to methonic acid releases by them. A traditional remedy is rubbing the area with the leaf of the duck plant, which often grows beside the nettles in the wild. What do you conclude about the nature of the duck plant? So next time you know what to do for if you touch accidentally a nettle plant during taking. Are you know about any other effective traditional remedies for such stings? More about salts. More about salts. We have studied about the formation of salts during various reactions. Let us study more about their properties, preparation, and uses. Family of salts. Activity 13. Activity 13. Write the chemical formula of the salts given below. Potassium sulfate, calcium sulfate, sodium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, sodium chloride, copper sulfate, sodium carbonate, sodium nitrate, and ammonia chloride. Try to identify the acids and bases from which the above salts may be produced. Salts containing the same positive or negative radicals. Negative radicals are known to belong to a family. For example, Na2SO4H and NaCl belong to the family of sodium salts. Similarly, KCl and NaCl belong to the family of chloride salts. How many families? How many families can you identify? Families can you identify among the salts given in this activity? pH of salts. pH of salts, activity 14. Collect the following salt samples: potassium nitrate, sodium chloride, zinc sulfate, aluminum chloride, copper sulfate, sodium acetic, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and sodium carbonate. Some other salts available can also be taken. Test their solubility in water by using distilled water only. Test tube. Test the action. Test the action of these solutions towards litmus paper and find the pH values by using a pH paper strip. Which of the salts are basic, acidic, or natural? Find out the acid or base used to obtain the salt. Note your observations in table 4. Salts obtained from strong acid and a strong base are natural with pH value of 7, whereas salts of a weak base and strong acid are acidic having pH value less than 7, and those of a weak acid and strong base are basic in nature, having pH value more than 7. Chemicals from common salt. We have studied that the salt formed by the reaction of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide solution is called sodium chloride. This is the salt which you use in your food. You must have noticed in the above activity that it is a natural salt having pH value 7. See, water has many salts dissolved in it. Sodium chloride is separated from all the salts. Deposits of a solid salt are also found in various parts of the world. Due to impurities, these large crystals are often brown in color. This is known as rock salt. Beds of rock salt were made when cells of biogen edges dried up like coal. Rock salt is also mined. You must have heard about Dandi March of Gandhiji. Did you know that sodium chloride played an important role in our freedom struggle? Common salt, a raw material for chemicals. The common salt thus obtained is a useful raw material for various materials used in our daily life. For example, sodium hydroxide, baking soda, bleaching powder, washing soda, and many more. Let us find out how one substance is used for obtaining all these various substances. Sodium chloride called brain decomposes to form sodium hydroxide when electricity is passed through its aqueous solutions. This process is known as the chlorochyle process. Because of the products obtained for chlorine and alkyl for sodium hydroxide. Chlorine gas is liberated at the anode and hydrogen gas at the cathode. Sodium hydroxide solution is obtained near the cathode. All the three products generated in this process are useful for us. Figure shows the various uses of these products. Bleaching powder. You have already studied that chlorine is liberated during the electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride brine. This chlorine gas is useful in the production of a bleaching powder. Bleaching powder is obtained by the action of chlorine on dry liquid lime. CaOH2. The chemical formula of bleaching powder is CaOCl2. The real composition is quite complex. Bleaching powder is used in textiles industry for bleaching cotton and linen, in paper factories for bleaching wood pulp, and in boundary for bleaching washed clothes. As as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries and to make drinking water free from germs. The baking soda is commonly used for making tasty crispy rolls in the kitchen. Sometimes it is also used for faster cooking. The chemical name of the compound is sodium hydrogen carbonate NaHCO3. It is obtained by using sodium chloride as one of the raw materials. Did you check the pH value of a sodium hydrogen carbonate in activity 14? Can you tell why it can be used to neutralize an acid? It is a non-corrosive mild base. When it is heated during cooking, then the following reaction takes place. Sodium hydrogen carbonate has got many uses in the household. Uses of a baking soda for obtaining baking powder, which is a mixture of a mild edible acid like a tartaric acid and baking soda. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, when baking powder is heated or mixed with water, flowing takes place. Reaction takes place. Carbon dioxide generated during the reaction can cause the bread and cake to rise, making the spongy and soft. In antacids, sodium hydrogen carbonate is also an ingredient. Due to its alkaline nature, it neutralizes excess acid and provides relief in the stomach. It is also used in sodium acid fire extinguisher. Washing soda, another chemical that can be produced from sodium chloride is washing soda, Na2CO3 10H2O. You have learned above that sodium carbonate can be produced by heating baking soda. Recrystallization of sodium carbonate produce washing soda. It is also a basic salt. What does 10H2O? What does 10H2O signify? Does it weight the Na2CO3? We will find an answer to this in the next section. Sodium hydrogen carbonate and sodium carbonate are important chemicals for many industrial processes too. Uses of washing soda. Washing soda, sodium carbonate is used in the soap, glass and paper industries. It is used in the production of sodium compounds like brox. Sodium carbonate can be used as a cleaning agent for various domestic purposes. It is used for removing permanent hardness of water. Are the crystals of salts really dry? Activity 15. Put a few crystals of copper sulfate in a dry boiling tube and heat them. What color shows the copper sulfate after heating? Do you observe the presence of water droplets in the blowing tube? From where have these come? Mix 2-3 drops of water on the sample of copper sulfate formed after heating. What do you notice is the copper sulfate blue color gets restored. Crystals of copper sulfate which seem to be dry contain water of crystallization. When we heat the crystals, the salt turns white and this water gets removed. If you again motion the crystals with water, you will find the appearance of blue color of the crystals. Water of crystallization is the mixed number of water molecules of one formula unit of a salt. For example, 5 water molecules are present in one formula unit of copper sulfate CuSO4. If 5H2O is the chemical formula of the hydrated copper sulfate. Now you can give the answer of the question whether molecule of Na2CO3 10H2O is weight. One other salt which contains water of crystallization is Chiapas. It contains 2 water molecules as water of crystallization. Its chemical formula is CaSO4 2H2O. Let us study the use of this salt plaster of Paris on heating gypsums at 373 K. It releases water molecules and becomes calcium sulfate hydrate, which is called as plaster of Paris. This is the substance which is used by doctors as plaster for supporting fractured bones in the right position. Plaster of Paris is a white colored powder and on dissolving it with water, it gets converted into gypsum once again and produce a hard solid mass. See that only half of a water molecule is so to be attached as a crystallization water. How can you obtain half a water molecule? It is represented in this form because two formula or units of CaSO4 combined with one molecule of water. Plaster of Paris is used for manufacturing tools, materials for decoration and for forming surfaces smooth. Try to find out why calcium sulfate monohydrate is called plaster of Paris.